Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, for Denver, they come into this game having won 3 straight, looking to make it 4. We'll see if they can get it done. And you love the build-up to a new season. Lots of anticipation. Shaq, what are you looking for?
There were some VIMs this offseason.
Very interesting moves on me.
Oh, you like that? Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. And you got to understand, that kind of shift, that right there can shift the balance of power.
Wow. Last year, the Eastern and Western Conference was balanced out. Well, we'll see if the trend reverses this year.
And that'll take it right up to tip as we go courtside.
Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the era of star free agents increasingly being on the move has created a media frenzy that sometimes can be intense and draining. Some players like Kevin Durant have pushed back against year-long and incessant free agency questions. Warriors coach Steve Kerr said, "We're all actors in a soap opera, and we have to deal with that part of it." Kevin?
It can be a circus. David, thanks. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Inside, Saric and Baines. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Barton in at the small forward position.
Well, the Nuggets were a surprise team to many last year, but they look poised to be good for a long time.
I could not agree with you more. They were the youngest team in the Western Conference, guys, in terms of the playoffs, and they've got a solid salary cap situation. This could be the start of a golden age for the Nuggets, pun intended.
And it's the Suns to start out. Here is Rubio. Really had troubles in that loss to Sacramento. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. Pass to Baines. Rubio against Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Harris. Booker against Murray. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Murray's got his second basket of the game.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Here's Saric, and the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Jokic. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Houston. The baseline jam. Here's Harris. Jokic trying to free himself up. Harris, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Murray, the pass to Harris. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
and the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Booker outside. Pass to Saric. Oubre against Barton. Pass to Rubio. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. The shot by Saric, no good. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Murray against Rubio. And Murray, here we go. And Baines pulls it down.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And they pick up 2.
Saric doing a nice job slashing to the basket with real ease there at 6'10". He moves quite well.
There's the pass to Jokic. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Jokic draws the double. Millsap passes to Jokic. Barton kicks to Harris. Hits it from three-point range.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
Now Booker. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Sacramento. Here's Baines. Jokic defending. Rubio against Murray. And the basket by Rubio.
Gutsy play. I mean, with the defender in his face, Rubio never loses concentration.
Saric against Murray. Pass to Millsap. Now here is Harris. Here's Jokic. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Rubio, the pass to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Back to Rubio. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. And it's Denver the other way. To the middle. Here's Jokic. The offensive rebound. Out to Harris. To the wing on the left. Here's Millsap. No good that time. Some solid defense from Saric. Rubio with it. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Kicks it out to Booker. And the three ball is good.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Murray against Rubio. Murray, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now Murray. After Kelly Oubre missed from long range. Barton outside. Jokic on top. Murray for three. Oubre pulls it in. The Suns trailing. Saric dishes to Rubio. Back to Saric. Oubre outside. Launches it. It's deflected.
Can't take the reach and length of Barton lightly. Effective at using it to snuff out shots.
Now the feed to Millsap. Three-pointer. Barton bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Suns trail by 4. Pass to Baines. To the left wing. Saric has the open look. Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 6 rebounds in the game. Harris looking it over. Murray kicks to Barton. From 13, here's Jokic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
Taking a look at some stats for Morris. How he did last season. Averaged 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And his rookie season, an opportunity to learn the NBA game. He's hoping to take a larger role in his sophomore campaign.
Well, he had the whole summer to work on his game. I believe he will take that next step forward in his development.
Now here is Carter for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. 4th, the Suns.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Now here's Johnson. Passes to Kaminsky. Carter on the wing. Johnson outside. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Johnson's got it all tied up now for the Suns. Now here is Morris. Plumlee finds Morris. Back to Plumlee. Over Kaminsky, and again it's Denver.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
The pass to Diallo. Carter on the wing, covered by Morris. Shot clock at 5. Kaminsky. Plumlee with some nice D.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Morris, no good. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range in the first quarter. Craig pulls it in.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. And, you know, you look at Monte Morris, this former Iowa State Cyclone, really an ideal option as a backup point guard because he's efficient and gets a lot done in limited playing time.
Now here is Carter. Pass to Johnson. Nails the close-range fadeaway jumper. Johnson's got 5 points so far. And Morris Clark, a second-round pick in 2017. He came alive in his sophomore season.
I love the fact that he got his chance and he made the most of it, Kevin. He showed great poise and awareness, excellent in terms of his shot selection and was highly productive as a scorer and playmaker off the bench.
Now here's Johnson. 5 points in the game. Pass to Carter. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And here is Johnson. Passes it to Kaminsky. From deep three-point range, Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. Grant and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
Man, I like his activity level. You think about it, the defense has to resort to fouling him sometimes to prevent him from scoring.
And he sinks the second. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Now here's Johnson. The pass to Diallo. Over Beasley. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Suns trail by 3. Carter looking around. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Shot good by Diallo.
Assist from.
For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to the Kings. Morris passes to Grant. Back to Morris. Jacks up a three. And no good. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Carter against Morris. Denver needs to get off his shot. Beasley. And he's off on his first shot of the game. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 1. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
It's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee, and it's Craig in at the 3. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And that one is good by Beasley.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Johnson, the pass to Bridges. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Now here's Diallo. Not a lot of room. Kicks it to Kaminsky. Rebound by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now, here is Morris. Over Carter, misses off the left iron. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. He dishes it to Johnson. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in. Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Morris. To the inside. Here's Plumlee, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Plumlee's got his second basket of the night.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Johnson against Beasley. Carter outside. Back to Diallo. They get the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 5. And Beasley, here we go. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Martin comes in for Torrey Craig. Gary Harris is checked in for Malik Beasley. And Murray subbed in for Monte Morris. Craig for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
In the corner, it's Oubre. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Now here's Booker, and it's off the back rim, no good. Here's the lob to the hoop, and the dunk by Grant.
Boy, take a look at the hops of Grant. I mean, really getting up and sending a message with that alley-oop.
And the Suns call time here.
And, you know, despite the bittersweet ending for the Nuggets, what a great year that team had. Won their division and finished second in the West. Outstanding season that had them falling out in the second round. But nonetheless, kudos to the Nuggets.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in.
Looking now at the numbers for Will Barton. How he performed last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Jokic kicks to Harris. His three-pointers off the mark. Suns trail by 11. Here's Rubio. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This is what Rubio gives you. Effort combined with skill. Able to finish through contact.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nuggets?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition. And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Now Murray. He had 10 points in the win against Houston.
And his big night wasn't limited to his offense. His steals numbers were way up there, and it was a special night for him in just about every way.
Here's Rubio. Following the basket by Jokic. Pass to Baines. Down low. Here's Saric. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Saric has got 6.
Saric knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
Booker against Harris. The dish now to Millsap. Back to Harris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist from Harris. Millsap's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Rubio with it. He's got 8. Jokic with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. The shot's good. And now an 11-point Nugget lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Now, here's Rubio. Charity stripe shot. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Barton. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 5 points in the game.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Pass to Baines. Rubio outside. And again, it's the Suns missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. I love the way Gary Harris has played early in his career, but I think last season was solid, but a step back from what he was hoping for. His scoring and shooting dipped, and he just couldn't seem to find the consistency that he wanted all season long.
Timeout called, the Suns. And for Harris, not the way he wanted to start the first year of his 4-year deal.
And, you know, given that he was in and out of the lineup and fighting injuries, I don't think it's something that he should worry about. I mean, Harris is still an outstanding player. He's got tremendous upside, and I think he's going to be outstanding as he grows in the league.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. Coming off a terrific season, 7th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Now, here's Rubio. 8 points for him. Saric, that's good.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Knocks it loose. And here we go. Rubio heading to the hoop. Count that bucket. Rubio's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, he was on top of that play all the way. Great anticipation and throwing it ahead. That's how you do it.
Murray with the bounce pass. Millsap kicks to Barton. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Millsap's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Murray. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Rubio dishes to Oubre. Here's Baines. Jokic defending. 6 to shoot. Oubre can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Gary Harris. Trains the three-pointer.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Suns trail by 16. Oubre on the wing. Back to Rubio. He kicks it to Booker. Shoots it. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Barton. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Houston.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now here's Oubre. He's guarded closely. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Jokic is really good in these pick-and-pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Here's Booker following the basket by Jokic. Now here's Millsap. He's guarded by Kaminsky.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years. No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Malik Beasley comes in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Murray. Now here is Carter. Kaminsky. That 3 off the mark. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And, you know, for a bigger guy, Millsap runs the break well. He does a nice job of getting into the lane in transition.
Johnson, the pass to Bridges. 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Johnson against Beasley for 3. Bridges. And it's Denver with the rebound. Beasley left side. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Now here is Carter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. They can't stop the run with that one. It's Millsap with the drive. No good with the layup. And so it's Denver cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Ricky Rubio has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Inside, Saric and Baines. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. And here's Rubio. Following Paul Millsap's 3, here's Saric. Second chance shot.
You know, the toughness Saric possesses is really pretty impressive. A guy who lost 6 teeth in a game one time and kept on playing. Wow.
Good on both.
You know, Dario Saric is a real factor from outside. And when he's on the floor, he's got the ability to stretch out a defense and create space at that 4 spot that he plays.
Feeds it to Millsap. Back to Murray from past the arc. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Millsap's got his 4th assist in this one. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. And last year, Saric was inserted into the starting lineup to create space.
Yeah, and you know what? He gives a coach a lot of flexibility and options because he can create a lot of different looks because of his versatility as a player. In his career, Saric has shown he's comfortable and productive coming off the bench or starting.
Here's Oubre. Doesn't go for him. Barton with some nice D. Denver's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Passes it to Millsap. Murray outside. There's the pass to Millsap. 20 feet out. They get it back. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Saric.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example set. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
The Suns have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Kicks it out to Rubio. At the top of the key, Baines. On the wing, Booker. Clock at 6. Here's Baines. Low block shot on the way. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
The feed to Millsap. Over Saric. Here's Jokic. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. Pass to Rubio. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And you wonder if it's a good idea to foul Rubio there. I mean, he shot well under 40% from the field for his career, but at the line, he's north of 80%.
Grant, he's checked in for Paul Millsap.
Man, what a season it was for the Nuggets and Coach Mike Malone. He helped the Nuggets move into elite status in the West. You know, they went from out of the playoffs in 2018 to second in the West in 2019.
Here's Oubre. Baines inside. He's against Jokic. Rubio left side. Another shot. And he overshot that one, missing. And Clark, the media recognizing Malone by naming him a Coach of the Year finalist.
Well, you think about the way the Nuggets defense improved last year. It's testimony to Mike Malone and his attention to detail, particularly at the defensive end. The roster's all in on Malone as their leader, and that means the Nuggets are going to be a force for a while.
Here's Baines. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Barton.
And here are the numbers for Ricky Rubio. Last season's performance for him averaged about 12 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
The Suns have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. No good. Good defense by Jokic.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
Now here's Oubre. No points in the game yet for him. The drive by Rubio, and he banks in the layup.
All right, you know, we talk about making plays. Rubio would rather not take the shot from distance, so he does the smart thing, drives it right in.
Murray against Rubio. Jokic passes to Murray. Count it. Murray's got 15.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And the Suns call time here.
You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And, guys, I think he's just scratching the surface.
Here's Baines. Booker outside. Pass to Rubio. Goes up on the high post. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots. And with the way Murray scores, Clark, he's a great fit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin, because the team has plenty of playmakers and guys like Jokic, and that takes some of the playmaking pressure away from Murray. It allows Murray to simply just focus on what he does best, which is put the ball in the basket.
6 on the shot clock. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 17.
they're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Oubre against Barton. Passes it to Jokic. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Some solid defense from Šarić.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Barton. Devin Booker missing his last shot. But we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Now, here's Bridges. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Booker. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 9 rebounds now tonight. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Phoenix. Booker outside. The pass to Bridges. Carter outside. 5 to shoot. That's tipped. Lays it up and banks it in. Carter's got 5 now.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Plumlee, no luck. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Goes up from the top of the key. Good as the jump shot falls. 11 points for Devin Booker.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Murray, the pass to Plumlee. Barton against Carter. Inside. Here's Grant. The second chance effort. It's hauled in by Diallo. Suns have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Booker left side. Pass to Kaminsky. Over Murray. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Getting more comfortable in the paint. As long as Frank Kaminsky has the positioning he wants, he's good to go.
Up top, Plumlee. And it's Grant in the corner. Fires from deep. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Carter kicks to Kaminsky. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Man, Grant has great intensity on his drives to the basket. I mean, there's a ferocity with which he drives that's quite unique.
Floats one up. Booker. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
For the Nuggets, Paul Millsap is checked in for Jeremy Grant. Malik Beasley comes in for Barton. And Morris subbed in for Murray.
And guys, the stellar development of Devin Booker continued last season. Still a firecracker on offense and took strides to improve his shot selection and, equally as important, his decision making.
Now here's Booker. 14 points for him. Here's Diallo. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Nuggets leading by 19. And Greg, with Booker and his progress, you really see it in his playmaking.
And that is what the Suns want from him long term. They see him growing into the same vein as a player like James Harden, someone who can carry the load offensively and still make others better.
And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Bridges misses. Denver's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. No good from Beasley. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Johnson attacking. Craig pulls it in. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. The Nuggets leading by 19 points. Took him no time at all on that one. Millsap's got 5 points in the quarter.
Millsap, this time with the catch and fire, showing off his versatility.
Pass to Bridges. Johnson outside. And it's Kaminsky, top of the key. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Frank Kaminsky was picked 9th overall back in the 2015 draft, and he's really established himself in a few years as a quality role player who can stretch the floor.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
That misses, so he splits the
down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so here's Phoenix. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Carter outside. Passes it to Johnson. And there's the pass to Kaminsky. Just 4 to shoot. Over Plumlee. Phoenix, no good that time either. It's stolen by Carter. And so it's Denver cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. It's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's Kaminsky. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got rebound number 13 with that last one. And Beasley, here we go. And he makes that one.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court. And the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Here's Bridges. Johnson dishes to Carter. Bridges passes to Diallo. Just 5 on the clock. Right at the free throw line. And the basket by Kaminsky.
Boy, a confident shooter from this area. Kaminsky obviously has put in a lot of work in this aspect of his game.
Morris outside. And it's Beasley in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Bridges kicks to Diallo. Carter, the pass to Diallo. Denver grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Like a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Denver with the ball. Following the score by Phoenix. Morris against Rubio. Pass to Jokic. Three-pointer. That one no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Rubio the pass to Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Pass to Jokic. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Millsap. Saric grabs the board. Suns trail by 20. Rubio left side. And a miss there on the triple.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Saric. We hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
To the left side wing. Kept alive. Baines. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Denver.
A lot of times when they needed some easy points in this game, they've been able to get to the foul line and get them.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Now here's Oubre. Booker outside. It's stolen by Harris. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Jokic is running. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Baines. Dishes to Booker. Up top, Rubio. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up. That's good from Booker on the assist by Oubre. Booker's got 9 points now in just the second half. Now here's Barton. Passes to Craig. Millsap kicks to Craig. Sinks the three-pointer. Craig's got 7 points here in this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's Booker. Rubio left side. Rob. It's Barton on the wing, covered by Rubio. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Rubio, the pass to Booker. And here is Saric. And here's Oubre to the middle. Here's Rubio. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Vanderbilt's checked in. Hernan Gomez comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for Gary Harris. And Murray's subbed in for Torrey Craig.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. Scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Barton outside. Porter with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Murray against Johnson. And taken away by Johnson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Now the pass to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. "14 feet away. Vanderbilt with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. For 3, Murray. Unable to get that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Pass to Okobo. This one for 3. Rebound by Murray. Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. It's stolen. Here's the floater. He lays it in. Okobo's got his first bucket of the night.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Now Murray. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally need to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Sun shooting in the 4th quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Diallo, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And it's Okobo missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And Phoenix making a change here. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Denver leading by 18. Murray with it. And the layup's good off the glass. Murray's got 19 points.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Phoenix.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Off target with his three. The Nuggets leading by 20. Harris finds Barton. Back to Harris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Kelly Oubre.
You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players, came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Šarić. Barton against Oubre. Booker outside. 6 to shoot. Over Harris. Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nuggets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Millsap.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now. Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Suns. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. LaQ, covered by Beasley. Pass to Diallo. Here's Okobo. Shot clock at 5. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
To the inside. LaQ. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Shooting one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.